Howdy folks, you're watching Deuce and Guns, and today I'm going to switch out my normal concealed carry weapon from what I normally carry to a HiPoint JHP 45 caliber. Now normally what I carry is either a Smith & Wesson shield right here. I believe there's one in the chamber, maybe not. Okay, no, it is not chambered just yet. I've not been carrying it lately. I do have a full mag in there though. 90mm Smith & Wesson shield. Inside the waistband holster. I like that. I like to have it right here. Abdomen carry here. Or lately I've been carrying a Remington R51. I don't care what all the other experts say about this firearm. Once you figure out the magazine issue, which I need to do a video on that, this pistol has been rock solid for me. I've been carrying it with one in a pipe for about 6 months now. No issues, and every time I go to the range, I go ahead and pop off a few rounds, and it works flawlessly. I also, during warm weather, when I need to pocket carry, I will carry a Ruger LCP, also in my rotation of carry firearms. I have never carried something as big or heavy as the JXP 45 caliber from HiPoint. So I do have a inside the waistband holster that kind of fits it. So that's what I'm going to try. Let's take a look at it. First of all, a size comparison here. We have the HiPoint here. Of course, it is unloaded. And compare that with my shield here. You can see there's quite a big size difference between those two. There's also a big weight difference as well. It's also much, much larger than the Remington R51. So there's a big width difference there too as well. Inside the waistband holsters work best for me. It's one of those things where everybody is going to be different, and this is the way I carry. So I have an inside the waistband holster that is the biggest Black Scorpion holster. I found this at, I think, Bud's Gun Shop in the discount bin. And it's the biggest one they had, and it barely covers the trigger. I'm not going to leave one in a pipe because, again, the trigger is not completely secure, so I'm not going to have this pointed right at my junk with an unsecured trigger. Now, another problem with concealed carry is the fact that we've got this big battery pack practically on the very end of the grip. That's just not going to do. Luckily, you can buy a flush fit magazine, so that cuts down a ton of extra space that you'd have to try to conceal there. I'm not sure how many rounds this holds. I think it's 7. Yeah, it's 7, so let's count that out. Let me go ahead and put 7 rounds in here. I don't have any hollow point, not from a 45. I've never carried a 45 caliber, so I don't have any self-defense rounds for 45. All I got is just normal ball ammo. 5, 6, 7, and that's it. We got 2 more holes here, but it shows the follower peeking through. Yep, that's it. That's all it is. So 7 rounds is all I got here, and that's just standard federal ammo there. Nothing special about this stuff at all. First of all, let's find out if I can even conceal this thing. I mean, that is a lot of pistol to try to conceal. All right. Well, it's in there. It's huge. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. Now, the holster I got does not have a tilting feature. I'm just going to have to wing it there. That's not bad. That's not bad. Can it still be seen? Yeah, you can still see it. You can still see it, especially with a more tighter fitting shirt that I'm wearing right now. You can definitely see that. During this cold weather right now, I'm going to have my jacket on. And if that's the case, that's completely concealed, of course, because I got a big, huge jacket on top of me. Full disclosure, number one, I am not sponsored by HiPoint, although I did hear they're coming out with a new pistol this year for 2019. So that's going to be interesting. Also, I've had my concealed weapons carry permit in the state of Tennessee for over 20 years. I was so early in the process that my local DMV, the people who actually print off the license, had no idea what to do with my application. They had no idea how to process my application and print off my license. They had to call Nashville to figure it out. They had to call home office. But I'm well versed in the legalities around concealed carrying a firearm. For the next week, I will be carrying my HiPoint 45 caliber everywhere where it's legal for me to carry in the state of Tennessee. And of course, I'm going to bring you guys along to see how it goes. Well, this concludes my first day of carrying a 45 caliber HiPoint as my concealed carry weapon. And I have to say, it's something I don't recommend, but it's not that bad. It's not nearly as bad as I expected it to be. It's somewhere in between carrying a inside the waistband Glock 17, Glock 22, maybe even a Glock 21. It's about that size, honestly. The old fat slide too, Glock 21, which is my favorite Glock, by the way. So it's somewhere around there. It's not tiny, but it's not as bad as I expected. I was expecting to have like an anger tied to my belt, and it's not that bad. It carries pretty well considering its size. Now, does it carry as well as something that's actually meant to be carried? Of course not. It's awful compared to an actual concealed carry weapon option. But I have to say, I've been in and out of my car all day long, taking it out, putting it in a glove box, putting it back in, wherein I don't have the option to carry, and not having an issue at all. I am clutching on a manual transmission here in a very small car with bucket seats, manual transmission. I have no problem manipulating the pedals. I have no problem getting in and out of the car. I would have a problem tying my shoes standing up. If I needed to tie my shoes while standing up, I would probably have an issue with that. But other than that small issue, it's not really that bad, other than the fact that it's super heavy. You're not getting a round count that you would with a normally super heavy carry weapon. But I will continue to carry it for 1 week. That's what I promised myself and to you guys, 1 week. So let's go ahead and skip ahead to that now. Yes, indeed. I have had a HiPoint 45 caliber in my pants as my concealed carry weapon for a week and a half now. You can see it right here. Now, it is not loaded. It does have the flush magazine that I bought from HiPoint, but it is not loaded because I am not comfortable with having a HiPoint pointed at my junk without fully vetting the pistol. Okay, the scenario is, bad guy comes in the room, tries to attack me. Well, not with my trusty 45 caliber HiPoint. Missed the last one. Not bad. Not bad at all. And that was the very first magazine that I've shot through this, or the very first time that magazine's been shot. I have shot the 45 caliber HiPoint quite a bit. That's impressive. That is impressive. So, is the JHP model 45 caliber HiPoint, is that a viable carry weapon? I think so. It's not the best carry weapon at all, but if that's all you got, that's all you got. I'm not sure if a C9 might be better, but the 45 caliber HiPoint, it packs a wallop. It is heavy. It is very heavy and very bulky. And now you can get the flush cut magazine from HiPoint. You got to Google for that one. I can't give you a link to that, unfortunately, with YouTube's new rules. So in conclusion, is it a viable carry option? Yes. Is it a good carry option? No. No, it's too heavy for the amount of capacity you get. You really, really knew it was there. You never forgot that you had a HiPoint in your pants, and you were happy to see somebody. But that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to say about that. It works. It's one of the worst options available, but it still works. At least you got that going for you. Well, guys, that's it for me today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and go subscribe. A lot more of this on the way. And if you have any comments, questions, or show ideas, leave that in the comment box of the video. And of course, you guys have a great day. See ya.